We're good to still have you back. This is Signature Morning and Signature TV. We have a discussion concerning bonds, and this is the National Bonds Injury Wednesday for Enugu State. And we have in the studio discussing this Dr. Anigbamkpu Solomon. We've been talking about series of prevention courses and all the things you need to do about bonds. Coming back to you, Doc, I would want to know what can someone do immediately the person has bonds? What are the immediate things someone who just had bonds could do?
Thank you very much for this all-important questions. You know why I use the word all-important? Because there are what we call misbeliefs and misinformations going on within the communities. When you have burns injury, first of all, if it is a flame burn, that is the individual caught in a fire, your clothes caught fire and is burning on you, the best thing to do is to drop on the floor and roll.
Okay.
If you drop on the floor and roll, the fire will automatically extinguish.
Just ordinary floor or
any
sand
floor, anywhere you are. Anywhere, whether you're on the road, whether you're in your house, wherever you are, and there is burns incident, and your clothing is burning, the normal thing we see, the person will start running. That is the worst mistake anybody can do with burns.
What if you remove the cloth? Try to remove the cloth.
Will you be able to remove the clothes?
I've seen something like that. I think recently it was a burn incident that happened in Lagos. And
on the road.
Yeah, on the road, and the guy tried to remove the stuff. He was confused and he was just doing like this, and then he pulled it out. And I don't know whether, because the video didn't complete that part, but I don't know whether
such
he
an
was
individual is lucky.
Right?
The person is lucky to be able to remove the clothes, but that is not the best thing to do. Because the time you are wasting in removing the clothes, that the degree of the bonds is increasing. Because the depth of the bonds depends on the time of contact you had with the burning agent. That's why we currently have a child in the hospital now. He sustained very severe burn injury. Why? He went to the filling station to buy, I think, a kerosene for the family. And there was an explosion in that filling station. And the boy was caught. The fire, the trouser, the shirt were burning. And because of this lack of information, the child was running.
Oh my God.
Running back home. With the fire burning on him, so he's running. So you see a fire running.
Nobody will go.
And you know that oxygen is in air. So as you run, the air will fan into flame. That the burns will continue to burn. It won't stop. So with that, he sustained very severe burns injury, the entire body.
What if somebody pours you
Water.
If somebody pours you water, fine.
Okay.
But the best thing is to what? Fall on the ground and roll.
Okay.
Once you fall on the ground and roll, the fire will automatically extinguish. And the degree, the depth, the severity of the burns will be minimal. If that child had fell on the ground at that filling stations and rolled, he would probably not be in hospital by now. Because the degree of burns will be mild for him. But for the fact that he has run some distance while the fire is on him burning, it was at some distance that some people now saw him and started pouring water on him to be able to extinguish this flame. But by that time, the degree, the depth of the burn is something you cannot even imagine to happen to anybody. So that's one aspect, what somebody should do. I'm going to repeat it again. If you see anybody caught in flame, tell the person to fall down and roll. Shout it. Fall down. Stop running. Stop running. Fall down and roll. Stop running. Drop on the floor and roll. That's what you're going to tell them. Because at the time of this event, everywhere is chaotic. Nobody is reasoning properly. So people will be running helter-skelter. being confused. And by the time you know it, many people will sustain severe form of burns.
How quickly should you roll? When you roll,
Until the fire.
how quickly should you roll on the floor?
Once you drop on the floor and you roll, there is no hard and fast rule about how quick.
Because you can be rolling like, slow.
I don't think so. When you have fire, you would want to roll faster.
You want to start a Nigerian movie. The important thing is that this is a scientifically researched method of extinguishing fire easily, and it has been recommended internationally. So we are bringing the awareness to our people, so that people will get to know and stop doing the wrong thing when there are fire injuries. The next one is commonly when somebody has a burns, people will begin to apply all sorts of things. It makes me wonder where we're actually heading to. There is a recent case I have. I'm managing a child that had hot water burns. Okay. The mother actually applied toothpaste on the wound. After that, it wasn't enough. She went and get sand and mixed it with water as a paste and begin to rub all over the wound. That is the worst I have seen. People also apply GV, petroleum gel, egg, raw egg. They just break the egg and be spreading the entire egg over the wound. All those things are very wrong. The correct thing to do with any burns is to apply cold water.
Cold water?
Yes, ordinary water. It mustn't be a cold water. Just ordinary. If there is a shower, just put the person under the shower and open the shower to the highest. Let the shower be on the person. Continue pouring water on that person for like 30 minutes and 1 hour. You have done that person the best of services as initial care for that burns at home or in workplace, wherever it happens. That is the only thing you should do for that person.
But you know that these burns, the skin keeps burning inside, and it's not something that you need something to relieve the pain at that moment.
That is the essence of pouring this water on the individual.
How long will you keep on pouring water until the person gets to the hospital?
As long as, in fact, some people say 1 hour, 30 minutes. As much as you can, provided there is water, because the water cools the temperature of whatever is the burning agent is. Water cools it down. And once it cools down, the depth will be less.
What about ice? Ice water or...
No, you don't use ice water in this instance. Before you create another burns for the person. What you use just ordinary water. Pour the person ordinary water. Volume upon volumes. Okay? After that, remove the patient's clothes and use a clean clothes, wear the person and take the person to hospital. Don't apply anything. Don't, including salt, because people...
Yeah, I was coming to salt. People mix salt with sand, others mix it with detergent. Yes, mix it and tell you when you put it there, it tries to calm.
Including aloe vera. People have tried all those things. But what those things does is to complicate the burns wound. One is that those materials are not sterile. They contain microorganisms, which you are not seeing. So when you rub them on those bones, because the skin, who is the protection against the body, has already been peeled off because of the bones now. I now went and rubbed all those things into the bare body area. You are simply inoculating those organisms into the person's system. That's why you see those individuals within 2 or 3 days of the burns, they begin to have fever. The person will be having fever 39 degrees Celsius, 40.1. You begin to wonder what is happening. Unlike those who didn't have anything applied on them, there are a few cases we have got that the person had burns. They just pour water, just maybe a few buckets of water, and they bring the patient to the hospital. their pattern of recovery is different from those they apply all kiniko on those patients. Hi, they usually come down with a lot of challenges. And the child I'm talking about, they apply and is still in the hospital now. It's an injury that would have healed within 2 to 3 weeks if that sand was not applied.
How does the skin heal from burns, really? Do you have a situation or an example of somebody who has healed completely from burn?
Yeah, we have had the opportunity of even getting somebody who have more than 70% total body surface area that is burnt, that healed.
Completely?
Yes.
Survived it?
Yeah, survived.
There's no scare or anything?
No. There will be evidence of that injury. But what we're talking about here is person surviving and healing from the wound. Okay. We've had success of more than 70. You know, when you divide your body into 100% and 70% is burnt.
Wow.
And the person was able to, to survive. This with a lot of challenges to manage those individuals are really cost demanding. The materials used to treat them is better imagined than being experienced. I'm telling you, just one section of dressing somebody who has a severe burn injury can take close to 100,000. Just one section of dressing the wound. So you can imagine the cost of managing these people. Is, in fact, people will at a point they begin to sell property in order to treat individuals. That's why the prevention, we can't get tired of taking this mantra of prevention to all nook and crannies of our communities. Then there are other things, because we are not yet done. People who use lanterns in the villages, there are people who make argument on this, but we will tell you as professionals what you need to do. If you have a kerosene lantern that is on, and you notice that the lit is going down, that means the kerosene has finished, and you want to top up. Please, the best thing is to put it off. Put the light off first, and now top up your kerosene. After you have done that, you can now lit it again. But what we see among our people, I don't know whether it's laziness or what. The lantern will still be on. The person will open it and begin to top up. And what you see, boom, explosion. The person will have burns. Then another common thing among youths, the ones we see, is generator. Generating set. If your generator is on, and at a particular time it begins to show you sign that the fuel is almost finishing, instead of the person to go and turn off the generating set, the person will rush, carry fuel. So he doesn't want the light to go off, so it will not be temporary darkness of few minutes. You want to pour to refill the generating set. While it is still on, functioning, and we pour it once in boom, the person will be engulfed in flame, the house, everywhere. Something you would have prevented by just 5 minutes. Turn it off, allow it to, to cool down a bit, and you come and top up your petrol and on it again. Does it take anything from anybody? This thing doesn't take anything from anybody. People will do it. Even as we are talking today, as we are talking now, someone is doing it in the house. And when they have burns injury, they begin to call a setter, and they didn't know what happened. How can this happen? And I'm telling the person, now this is the awareness. Whoever that is hearing what we are saying should pass it to his neighbor, the neighbor to the next neighbor, the neighbor to the next neighbor. That is what we want to, what we want to do. It's going to be a chain reaction. If you are in shop today and you are listening to us and hearing this thing, your customer that is coming to buy things from your shop, tell them about this. Your neighbor, tell your neighbor. And your neighbor will tell the neighbor. The neighbor will tell the neighbor. It becomes a chain of reactions.
Yeah.
The same thing with students. Tell your classmates, your colleagues. Their colleagues will go home or call their parents and tell the parents. The parents will tell their neighbor. The neighbor will tell their neighbor. That is what we are trying to achieve. So that people will have information. And if we have information, how to prevent this burn injury. You find out that the number of people who will come down with burn injury will reduce to the barest minimum.
Yes.
So it's going to be only accidental.
Yes.
Like somebody in a car that had an accident and went to flame. So that is not within your control, right? Yeah, that or industrial accident, a plane crash, things like that. So if you have burns from this area, it's understandable that it's not within the control of the individual. But the one that happens at home are within our own control as an individual.
So as we wrap up now, just tell us about this event that is next week. I mean, you mentioned 2 activities that would happen, but what other activities that's built to happen?
Yeah, the activities are slated to start from the 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The 24th is the grand finale of the whole event.
Where?
We are going to go around the entire Enugu.
Oh, you're still going to do a walk around?
Yes, that is where.
So it's not like an event where people could come and sit down and listen?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not a symposium.
Okay.
No. We are going to move from one location to another around the Enugu metropolis.
Okay.
On foot with our microphones, with our flyers, with our T-shirts, with our banners, and we'll be explaining to people as we go along the road.
Okay.
Explaining to them. So the people who are passers-by, those in the shops, those in the they will be hearing us. They'll be asking questions because there will be many on foot. You go into shop and stay there. Maybe you have 10 or 15 people that are asking you questions, and you'll be there explaining to them. When you finish explaining to them, you share them flyers, and you continue join the line. We have been moving. So last year's one was marvelous.
Right. I mean,
so many people.
We will look forward to actually.
We are inviting you people to come and join us, and it's part of exercise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that. So 21st it is.
Yeah.
So I want to say a very big thank you to
and
you.
The walk is on the 24th, which is on a Saturday.
Okay.
That's where your presence will be more important.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you so much for your insights on today's program. It's been one interesting discourse this week, but we really truly appreciate you. You are a Senior Registrar, Department of Plastic Surgery, National Orthopedic Hospital, Enugu.
Yeah.
That's Dr. Anigbamkpu Solomon.
Obiad.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of the show through the week. We're back tomorrow for a new day, but my colleagues will be handling that. I'll be back on Monday for an exciting time with you all through the week as we kick things off for an exciting week that would herald my birthday. I just mentioned it, but it's okay.
well, that's actually okay. Let's look forward to that. All right. We'll be